tonight on Mad Money, an interview with the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, and I think he's here to tell us at least a clue of what we heard.
Oh, absolutely. I've got to tell you, I pressed the Speaker about an agreement with Mexico and Canada, and she was actually, I felt, quite positive that it's going to get done. Why don't you take a listen to this? You'll agree.
When the others are saying bring it to the floor, there is nothing to bring to the floor yet. But we hope that we're on a path to yes. The most important issue outstanding is enforceability. If you don't have enforcement in a trade agreement, you just have a nice conversation. The idea that we would give a victory to the president is irrelevant. It's a victory for the American people.
So this is very big because what she's saying, there's an interesting editorial in the Washington Post saying, will the Speaker just accede to a party line and not let the president have a victory? She's not thinking like that at all. And I felt the enforcement, when I spoke with her at length about this, it's really about trying to enforce Mexico to do the right thing. Very positive. Thinks it can happen. I think this was a breakthrough. I heard a speaker who wants to do a deal, not an ideological speaker, but someone who thinks it's good. Let's get it done. And that's very different from what I think a lot of people felt going into this interview.
Her line is, we hope we're on a path to yes. Was that what she said?
Yes. And when I spoke with her at length about this, they're not that far apart. That's what I think is really important. I don't think the president is against enforceability either. So what you've got is you've got someone who leads the party, the true leadership of the party, who again and again said is practical, wants to work with the president, wants to get it done. This is very different from the people who are running for president, whom I think are not that anxious necessarily.
It's not the toxic, you're putting it out there, so we're going to say no. It's what's
just
best for America.
Just the opposite. Whatever is good. The litmus test for the Speaker is, will it help the working person? And she believes that a new form, that NAFTA is not great for the working person. It's unfair, but this deal would be much better. So I think those who believe that she is not going to bring eventually something to the floor, as she said, there's nothing to bring right now, are misguided and ill-advised. This was if you wanted to put it in the terms of the stock market, bullish interview.
So trade was always an issue that you could see where the Democrats and President Trump might see eye to eye.
Yes.
I wonder if she feels that way, backing him as much on the China tactics.
You know, it's funny. She wants to stop the Chinese from doing what they have been doing, intellectual property, and she's worried about, obviously, them stealing jobs by subsidized industries, wants to do it more multilaterally. Definitely, but recognizes that it's got to be done. And she said that. She goes, listen, we have to address it. President Trump is addressing it. Obviously, he's not from the party of President Trump, and there are grave issues that between them. But she wants enforcement. She feels that China's gotten away with too much. I'm not saying it was like talking to President Trump. That would be grave misstatement of what happened. I am saying that she used the word practical multiple times versus people running for president in her party who are not necessarily as practical as the Speaker.
Yeah, that's big, Jim. I can't wait to hear more.
You're bringing them all together.
Yeah, I think you'll love it. I think, look, remember the Speaker, we addressed Amazon, we addressed Facebook, we addressed everything because she has got a view on everything and is very smart.